Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Just a little video guide on my favourite weapon, an absolute destroyer of 2v2 Hellgates, the Black Hands. Now, most people use Black Hands in a catching capacity. They're a very, very good dagger. Obviously, most daggers are good at open world, and they're also very good for bruiser builds in Hellgates, as I'll show you in a few upcoming clips. Just wanted to give you a quick overview of the abilities. As with all sort of daggers of a certain level, the W and the Qs will all be identical. So obviously you can look at them in your own leisure. I'm not going to go too far into it, but basically you've got your Sunder Armor and your Assassin's Spirit for the stacks. Throwing Blades, the Dash, the Forbidden Stab that reduces healing. Infiltration, so basically a short jump. The best ability on daggers by a mile is Shadow Edge, and I'll just look into that a little bit more because it's going to be very relevant in the later videos as as I show you some Hellgate footage. So basically this throws a knife in front of you. If it hits the enemy will be stunned for 3.01 seconds on this Black Hands, and you'll be pulled towards the enemy. So basically you're immune to damage and crowd control while being pulled. So if you land it, and by the way it basically travels the full screen, you get a 3-second stun and you are on the opposite side of a fleeing enemy. Now you can imagine that being very powerful, but when paired with the best dagger ability in the game, in my opinion, Devastating Strike. So this does a 2-punch combo. The first hit removes all positive effects on the enemy and stuns them for nearly a second, ignoring crowd control resistance as well. So even in the upcoming patch, that's not going to change anything. After the stun is over, you apply the second hit, which knocks the enemy 9 meters away. So as you can see, the combo already is Shadow Edge, and then knock them back into your teammate if they're following you, or of course go on the opposite side, knock them in, the other way, knock them into mobs, etc., etc. Not only that, but it does pack a hell of a punch. So the first hit deals 150 true damage, so that ignores any sort of armor or resistances, and it purges as well. So it removes all positive effects from the enemy. So any sort of like healing shield, any cleric robe as well. Just absolutely devastating to do, especially if you team up with someone who relies on an enemy not having buffs. Also removes things like nature healers, ease, etc. And then the second hit obviously just does a ton of damage, and very relatively short cooldown at 20 secs. And you've got your passives here. Generally, the one you're going to want to do is the bleed. It just gives a nice sort of extra 70 to 140 damage as well. Not to mention when you chuck poisons on them as well. So I'm going to go into a few bits of Hellgate footage, but generally there's a couple of builds you can run. You can run the standard Guardian, Cleric, Graveguard for the essential insta big heal, and obviously double in your health bar with a Guardian. So with this, in the open world I can get 4.75k health, so nearly 5,000 health for someone who can put out a lot of damage. And obviously you've got your invul on the Cleric, gives you 30% extra damage, and the Graveguard will heal you essentially about 25% to 40% of your health as well when you proc them both together. Not to mention the Graveguard can be an emergency heal. A couple of capes you can run. Best one in my opinion again is the Martlock, which basically when you get down to 50%, 25% health, increase your resistance by 50%, so you take roughly 50% less damage. And obviously pair that with, once that runs out, with the Cleric Graveguard to put yourself back up to almost full, and that's after engaging with the giant boots as well to give you double health right at the start. As you can imagine, you are very, very tough to kill as a Black Hands. The other build you can run is Demon Helm, Fiend Robe, and something like Graveguard boots for the basic, absolute control. No one can get you near you. You can separate healers out, etc. I would recommend running the Cleric Graveguard Guardian with a double DPS combo. For obviously survivability, and the Fiend Demon Helmet with something like a healer or a large sustain fighter. They can keep themselves up for a long time. But I'm going to just put you on some footage now, and towards the end I'm going to show you what an hour's worth of Hellgating earned me today. So hope you enjoy, and I'll be commenting. You'll sort of see some of the fights and everything live as they happened as well. So yeah, I'm going to comment over and show you just how powerful a Black Hands can be. Last one anyway, let's make it a good one.
Use your poison on him or what?
No, I've still got him. Didn't get a chance to. I was about to throw it and he'd already got away. So in this fight, we're going to go up against a Blazing Staff Grovekeeper combo. So as you can imagine, the idea is to lock them down, burst them down a little bit with the Grovekeeper, and just absolutely annihilate them with the Blazing Staff's E and Q combo. So the key to beating something like this, again, Tomb Hammer's very similar, is to stay split up, wait for them to engage, and just head on to the Blazing and just pray that your teammate got their Guardian off. So what you need to do here is just disrupt, interrupt, and annoy the Blazing as much as possible. So as you can see, Token easily survives. You can W through Flame Walls and Wind Walls, so remember that one. It's probably key to beating a combo like this. At this point, what they're going to do is they're going to try and reset their combo. It's the only way they can win. They can't win in a straight up fight. So what you want to do as a team and as a Black Hands is keep the pressure on. Good engage, good stun there with the W. And again, just trying to put out as much damage as humanly possible. We don't want them being able to get away and reset their combo. So again, pressure's still on. We're both very, very low here, but we do have the advantage with the engage. Token pops in as here as well. So enjoy the rest of the fight, guys.
Watch your health, watch your health.
Yeah, it's good. Oh, he Grovekeeper'd away. He's really low though. Go back and loot. He's going to try and go around. Oh, he's dead. So in this fight, we're going to be up against a Arcane Brimstone combination, a one-shot combination. So again, it's another nasty one that you have to be really careful for. So what me and Token decide to do here is we kill the mobs to stop any sort of extra damage, and the idea for the Black Hands here is to basically engage upon that Arcane, stay split, don't get stuck in the choke. So you'll see me W here as soon as I think I've got a good opportunity, and I'm just going to put damage in. So he does manage to fort Sterling Cape, but that doesn't stop me there. So basically he's cast EE, Token's got a nice silence on him there as well, and I just wander out and they are dead essentially. Not much to do there. They kind of messed up that fight, but as you can see, the key properties is engaging on one of them, being the aggressor, and stopping them getting that double combo, because that can end a game very quickly.
Alright, let's get that banger team and win it this time.
Yep.
That's why I love this combo. Like even with healers, it's like if you play it right, it's still useless.
Yep. There's literally no combo I really fear.
Nah, the Brimstone Blazing, man, I'm telling you, that scares the shit out of me.
You can definitely win though. There's like no combo where I look at it and go, ah, fuck, we're dead.
Oh yeah. I know, another Black Hands like crossbow, then it comes down to a little bit of luck too, who gets the first shot off.
It's who times their E better, I think, on the Black Hands.
I've seen Black Hands bow also. I don't like it, but I see a lot of people
bow's in a really bad place at the moment. The Hellgates, anyway.
I just feel like it takes too long.
So we're going to run into a Siege Bow healer combo, so a good solid DPS / nature healer combo. With these sort of fights, what you want to do is you want to focus one person, generally focus a person without the emergency cooldowns. So we noticed on this one that the Siege Bow wasn't wearing a Cleric Graveguard, so he didn't have that big emergency, and that means my E can be used more of a damage. So what we're trying to do is basically isolate him, get him nice and low, and time up our E's. Again, using the W there as like a silence and a stun rather than an engage or a catch. And now all we're waiting for do is to get him nice and low, wait for my E, and boom, dead. And then obviously we can just chase the healer about. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that and I hope that helped. If there's any questions, I'm happy to answer. If you want to check out a general guide to 2v2 Hellgates, I uploaded that last week as well. It got tweeted out by Albion Online, so I'm really happy. But as promised, here's the loot from roughly about 1.5 hours of Hellgates. After selling all this, it hit about 4 mil, just over. So it works out to be about 2.5 to 3 mil an hour. Again, that's on the high side, but you know, you're going to get some big wins like that. And often, you know, at least a couple of artifacts that are going to sell really, really well. So again, hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe and follow me on Twitter at SCButtonMeUp. Thank you very much, guys. Enjoy.